This was after she had divorced Mario. 3 months later, Mario and Katie were set to be married, and it was the wedding day. The whole world was present for Mario's wedding, and the priest called in for all those who objected the marriage to speak, or forever hold their peace, in officiation. Suddenly, many reporters busted from outside at the breathtaking news of why he sold his name and shares to Miss Ba. The whole family and everyone present was shocked. It was impromptu headline news, as he tried to clarify the air that he hasn't sold himself to anyone. Then a woman in black emerged into the wedding hall. This was sure to cause his scene. She told Mario that his name, company, shares, assets and everything was given to her through power of attorney and she owns everything. She also clarifies to the media by bringing out the power of attorney, documents signed by Mario Vegas. She would henceforth be the CEO of the Vegas group. All the family members were elated and ecstated. They were dumbfounded short of words. It had been 3 months, and no one had heard from her or seen her. It was like she vanished. Mario was so happy that he didn't care for what she was saying. It was Bella. In flesh and blood she gazed on the members of the family, and the others who gazed at her lost. Ario and Grandma called her Bella, but she went on to say that she was not Bella but Mrs. Ba, and now she had Mario at her fingertips, and could use him at her whim. In refusal, he would lose his name, mansions, brand, and would go to jail. Being estranged from his family, the wedding could not hold for that day. She called it off for a press conference to introduce Mrs. Ba and Mario merger. As Mario wondered why she was doing this, she had completely changed. She was no more Bella for eyes, but now Mrs. Ba. When Mario asked why she was doing this, she told him that all she ever wanted from him was his money and nothing else. He had betrayed her, and she no longer had you for him. So she decided to be the gold digger that she had always dreamt to be. Grandma was hopeful. Even though Mario you told her that the Bella she once knew was no more, she had tried to reach out to her many times, but Bella in return answered with scorn. Katie reached out to Bella and asked her why she was ruining everything that they had worked so hard for. Bella in return told her that what she is saying isn't her business, and that Katie should handle her affairs, sort herself out. In the following days to come, Bella maltreated the family members, torturing them and treating them with disdain. Not until Mario couldn't have enough of it, and reprimanded Bella, who warned him to stay in his limits, as she was leaving him because he was her golden goose. Mario had had enough of Bella. He made a plan with Ramsey and Megan and Katie to unmask the real Bella and see what she was up to. What were her intentions? Mario hosted a mini party at the mansion, inviting guests and celebrities. There, he got Bella drunk and deeply intoxicated. At this state, she made no efforts to stay away from him and flinged herself to him. That he too was shocked. She expressed her heartfelt pain, how she still loves him madly, even though he betrayed her, how she can't leave without him and come back for him and for his love. Mario was intrigued. He wanted to know more. As he asked her what her intentions were, she engaged him and continued talking. But when she wanted to disclose the truth, Mario was told that Grandma was calling him, and he should leave whatever he is doing and come immediately. He left to answer Grandma, and as he returned Bella was no more. He looked for her all over, and didn't see her. He went to ask Grandma where Bella was, but she was oblivious. Grandma and Ramsey entered a dark room and put on the lights to see an intoxicated Bella misbehaving. An aggravated Grandma poured her a jug of water. "Don't forget why you are here," Grandma said, as immediately Bella became sober. "You want to throw away everything we've worked for because of your silly jizz," she said. As Bella replied, "I am sorry, Grandma." It is now being revealed that Grandma and Bella are behind this act and are working in cohorts with each other to uncover a truth. "You came here to expose Mario's enemies, so do that and don't get caught, because I myself would deny you. There is a reason why you had to put on this act, so you can expose Megan and Kitty for their deception to an innocent and oblivious Mario. He had trusted them, and they had deceived us, all of us. We have to make them pay. So you must put on your act together. Thank God, I saved you in the nick of time, before Mario would have discovered the truth about you," Grandma said. This is all part of Bella and Grandma plan. Ramsey and Brenda are in on it too, to expose Megan and Katie, because there is a big game and conspiracy about to unfold here. It is revealed that on the day Bella went to congratulate Kitty for her marriage, she overheard her talking to someone. "You have to stay on the low. I would get you the position in Mario's company that you need right now. He thinks he is the father of this child. He doesn't know that it is you. And I will soon get married to him. I can't wait." This shocked Bella. She retrieved her steps. She was very astounded. So Katie had deceived all of them all this while. She resolved to go and tell Mario the truth. She headed to his office since she heard he will be there, but she didn't see Mario, but Megan, on Mario's chair. She was making a call, and Bella overheard the conversation. "Everything I do it for us, my love. Mario has betrayed me. Father has also betrayed me. He gave Mario everything without giving a second thought about me. I should own everything, not Mario. I am more capable than Mario, nevertheless. I plan to make him unconsciously sign a power of attorney papers to my name. I have already done that, and on his wedding to Katie I am taking over everything. It would be my wedding gift to him." Bella was shocked. She changed her mind. She called Grandma and told her, who involved Brenda and Ramsey. "We have to think of a plan," Bella said. "Yes, we have to come up with something. But calm down. This to have deceived us. But Mario can't know now. He won't just believe you. His sister is also dear to his heart. So we have to find evidence against the both of them," Grandma said, as Bella complained that Megan now has power of attorney. But Grandma refuted her claims. "The power of attorney doesn't rest any longer with Mario, but with me. No one knows this, that Mario gave the power of attorney to me. Megan has to get a signature from me first before she gets the power of attorney." They then made the plan brain that suggested that Bella would have to change herself to fight her enemies. She would now have the power of attorney, because Grandma would give it to her until she get rid of her enemies. Mario's enemies would now become her enemies, and she would fight to defeat them. She would declare herself before Megan makes a claim. This would give them time to find out the person who is helping Megan and Katie, because they are the same person, and who the real father of Kitty's child. They restored to stick to plan, avoid no further mistakes, and in the end, they would prevail and bring for peace. But the part to victory now was not going to be easy. There was war ahead, and they had to brace themselves for it. Bella had to stiffen her axe. The next morning, Mario continued to bug Bella afterwards, who didn't give him any moment of attention. This vexed Katie, who would think that Bella came back to save her marriage. She went off to hesitantly warn Bella and inquire her main objective for coming here. At most convince her to get Mario married to her. Bella confirmed that she has no hand in the matter and has no intention of doing so. She also warned Katie to keep her hands off Mario, and she isn't getting married to him. When Katie asked why, Bella told her that she isn't yet divorced from Mario, and she urged Mario to sign property documents unknowingly, not divorce documents. This shocked Kitty, who in turn ran to report this to Mario, urging him to convince Bella to sign the divorce papers, either by hook or crook. Bella told Brenda what she had done, who rebuked her onwards, saying she made a huge mistake, and that they were now in trouble. They had to figure out a way from this situation. Mario confronted Bella on why she is insisting on taking her place as his wife, when she only came for the money. She told Mario not to be beguiled by such things, and that they had a huge task at hand. But Mario continued bugging Bella, continuously to the point of forcing her to sign divorce papers, which he refused. When Grandma learned about this, she decided that they had to make their first move and think of a plan to expose Megan first. Katie enlisted Megan's help, who had already enough on her plates. Her enemy was Mario and Bella, who recently thwarted her plan. Megan and Katie decided to work together. They also enlisted Mario in their plan. Mario decided to take Bella to a meeting with their sponsors. Bella was excited. She couldn't afford to miss a deal. And the money. They bagged the contract and began drinking, making different toasts to success, and to the signing of the contract. The toasts were becoming plenty. They had to start making up toasts. That Bella became suspicious. It was too late for her, as before she could think of anything. She became giddy, her head became light, and she started acting funny. The drink was spiked, her drink to be precise. She started the misbehaving, and it was as if Mario had to babysit her. She was playing around, moving her hands on the air in motion, as if she was driving a car. mouth making engine sounds. Mario helped her with her act. He told her that if she wanted to drive, she had to get a driver's license. Bella was elated. She wanted a driver's license now so badly, so she told Mario to help her get one. For you to get one, you have to sign this documents, he said. Just that. Okay, I will sign them, she said, as she snatched the papers. He gave her a pen and she signed them. What is Katie doing here this? Which with child? Bella asked, still giddy, when she saw Kitty. Collecting the papers from Mario. No, she's your secretary now. She is here to give you your driver's license, you see. But we have to toast. One more time. Cheers to your driver's license, Mario said, giving her a glass of wine, as Bella excitedly collected it. Yes, more wine, of course. Cheers to my driver's license, Bella said and chugged down the wine. She then remained quiet, as Mario and Katie gazed at her. Suddenly she passed out. Bella found herself on the bed the next morning. Her head was heavy. She was hangover. Not knowing what had occurred, she tried to recuperate, but to no avail. Ramsey and Brenda then suddenly entered the room. They were tremendously anxious, but Bella didn't know what was going on. She tried to ask them what it was that made them troubled, but this sufficed to ask her what she did last night. She said she was trying to remember, but her memory is hazy. Ramsey then proceeded to ask her if she signed any papers last night. Oh, my God, Bella screamed. It was Mario's plan, and I saw Katie as well. They made me drunk, and then gave me papers to sign, and then I signed them, and passed out, Bella said, worrisome, recollecting her memories at the instant. Now Brenda was now troubled. Grandma can't hear of this. Why? Bella asked. You signed divorce papers last night, and also power of attorney, documents, transferring everything. You have to, Mario's name. Now you have no stake in this house or with him any longer, Ramsey said, as Bella sighed anxiously, as if it couldn't worse. He met me this morning, and was elated, boasting how he would celebrate by throwing a party, and then throwing you out of this house. Ramsey continued, oh my God, everything we've worked for, down to the drain just like that, Bella claimed, in utter despair as Brenda snapped. There is no time for this. While we sit here, debating and cry amongst ourselves, the enemy is planning their final move, which is throwing you out. We must act fast, play the board ahead of us. What do you suggest we do? Bella asked. We have to look for where Mario kept those papers and get rid of them. They will still be in this house. He wouldn't have kept them elsewhere. We have to get the work. Proceed cautiously. No one must find out of our move, not even Grandma. Ramsey, you are to once again engage Mario. Let him bring it out and hide it again. In your presence, it would make our job easier for us. Then we will get rid of it. Hands to work, everyone, Brenda said, as they went on with their day. Mario hosted his splendid party that night. He was so excited. Anytime he would look at Bella, he would smirk. Ramsey came to meet him, to ask him why he was so excited. He said that in a matter of hours, Bella would soon leave the house. Ramsey wanted Mario to show off himself. He said he wanted to see the documents to know if he was saying the truth. Mario led Ramsey to his room and boasted of his stealth, as Brenda and Bella watched very closely. When he had shown Ramsey, he went to hide it in his closet again, saying that Bella can't see it. Ramsey agreed and went out later. While the party was at its heat, Bella, Brenda and Ramsey came to the room to look for the papers. They gave it to Bella to get rid of them, and Bella took it to her room and hid to destroy it later. But Megan was in the room, hiding, and when Bella hid it and left, Megan took it from its hiding and left the room. Then next morning, both Mario and Bella were looking for the papers. This made Bella more anxious. She was scared that now she was vulnerable. Mario as well felt lost and thinking Bella had stolen the papers, realizing his ruse. He couldn't for once suspect Ramsey for betrayal or Megan or Kitty. Megan give the divorce papers to Katie to take them to process in courts. She said she didn't see the power of attorney papers. Later, Megan consulted her lawyers when everyone was away. She told them to remove Mario's Vegas name from the documents and insert her name there. The lawyers went to process the documents, as Bella confronted Mario exposing his ruse, who in turn asked her for the papers. She told him she doesn't know where they were, and she asked him if he would have thrown her out of the house if he had the papers. Just admit that you came here for me and not for the money. You know I love you, and I know that you love me too, he said, dragging her close, wrapping his hands around her waist as he whispered down on her neck, sending chills down her spine. She was lost in his embrace, but had to snap herself out of it instantly. I don't know what you're talking about, Mario, she said, and left the place, cleaning the sweat from her forehead. She gave his eye of relief. Suddenly, Megan returned with her lawyers, declaring that Mario and his firm, as well as this house, and the Vargas properties, and all belongs to her, Megan Vegas legally. She went on to say that Bella had no place in this house, and her first order of business was for Bella to evacuate the mansion immediately. The family was shocked, especially Mario. Grandma turned to Bella, giving her an eye that was asking what was going on, but Bella already admitted defeat. Mario asked Megan what was going on, thinking that this should be a facade to throw Bella out of the mansion, since she found the papers. But Megan exposed her true colors. She said that at last, Mario was now under her. Everything was rightfully where it belonged, with her. She explained how father always treated him best and even went ahead to put everything in his name, neglecting her when she was capable. But enough was enough. She would no longer be demeaned any longer and would own everything. She added that if Mario was not satisfied with the recent turn of events, he was welcome to leave, stating that he was satisfied when Bella was the boss, and she sees no reason why he wouldn't accept her. This brought Mario to utter despair. Such a big betrayal. He couldn't believe it, as well as the rest of the family. I'm Megan Vegas. I am now the new boss, and my first order of business is that you, Miss Bella Aurora, is not permitted around this property any longer, so do well to live immediately, Megan affirmed. As in defeat, Bella went upstairs to park her things and moved to leave the house. The same way she came, the family members, though betrayed, was somewhat satisfied that Bella was now leaving the house. Mario was, though, in utter despair. Such a big betrayal coming from his sister, whom he adored the most. He was trying to take it in at the very best, but just couldn't. Bella rolled her bags out of the house, and as she left, Grandma couldn't hold it any longer and fainted. The whole family was in distraught. In an unconscious state, she kept calling Bella's name. As Mario cried bitterly approached, Megan begging her to let Bella stay at least till Grandma recovers. A reluctant Megan agreed, saying Bella had only until 24 hours to be in the Vegas mansion. Bella invited Brenda and Ramsey over to see the recent turn of events. Apparently, she would be leaving the house soon. Grandma later regained consciousness at late night, when it was only Bella, Brenda, and Ramsey in the room with her. She asked what had happened, and they told her everything that had happened. Grandma was shocked. Bella's small mistake changed everything, but Bella said she would fix it. Bella went to Mario's room. He was deeply in tears. Such a betrayal took him unawares, first from his wife, and now his sister. Bella tried to console him, but he said she had no right to, as she had come to him now, when she had lost everything. But Bella affirmed that it was not the case, and she came here to be with him one last time. They should spend it forgetting all their grievances, that they would not get an opportunity like this again. Mario lay on Bella's lap crying profusely. He let out his heartaches, and finally told Bella that he was truly in love with her, and that no matter what happens will still be with her, and love her. Bella gave no answer, but tears, and assured him that she would fix this problem that they've gotten themselves into, the dilemma that they were in. Mario woke up the next morning not to see Bella beside him. Everyone was downstairs, especially Megan. Bella's 24 hours had expired, and it was now time for her to leave the mansion. Bella asked Megan why she was in a hurry to escort her out, as she is afraid that everyone would know her tricks. Megan asked Bella what she was talking about, who in turn told Megan that she was playing with the mastermind, who is in turn going to beat her at her own game. She told Megan that she was very stealth in stealing the papers that she had stolen from Mario. She brought that cam footage from the camera in her room, capturing Megan that night, escaping Bella's room with the papers. I was really looking for the papers, thinking that Mario stole them from me again, so I had to check my room's recently installed cam footage, and was not surprised when I saw you taking it. I mean, you've been on this agenda for some time now, and this was just the perfect opportunity for you, right? I had Ramsey follow you, and I was shocked that I will say by what I saw," Bella said as Ramsey emerged, with some photos of Megan consulting her lawyers. "This is undenied proof of forgery. You took the power of attorney papers to lawyers who changed Mario Vargas' name to Megan Vargas. We could take you to court, and you will be sentenced for forgery," Bella said, distributing the photos to the family to see. "I've beaten you at your own game, Megan. You could either drop your claim or hear from our own lawyers," Bella declared. As Megan declared that Bella had made an enemy out of her, and she would hit Bella hard, very hard. Mario told Megan to leave the mansion. To her own surprise, he disowned her, saying he never wants to see her ever again. And in tears, Megan left the house. In his room, Mario asked Bella how she came up with such a scheme. Bella told Mario that she knew beforehand that Megan wanted the power of attorney and was planning to take it from him. That was why she had to take it. First, she said that all the things she's been doing was to expose Megan, because if she had told Mario of Megan's intentions, he would not believe her. That was why she had to go through all this stress to expose Megan. She further insisted that she wasn't done and would still need the power of attorney, as there is one more treachery she needs to expose. Mario asked who it was, as Bella asked him if she told him who it was, would he believe her? He kept quiet and gave her permission to expose and get rid of his enemies. He then asked Bella, since it was not for money that she came here for, does it mean that she still loves him? She gave him no reply, but said that he would know in due time. Bella, Brenda, Ramsey, and Grandma celebrated that one of their FOs were now gone. But Grandma said that they needed to move to the next line of action, which was exposing Kitty. Mario thanked Ramsey, Brenda, and Grandma for standing by Bella as she unmasked Megan's Russ. Now Katie was alone and scared in the house. Megan had left her and she hadn't felt so vulnerable. She gave Mario the divorce papers and told him to get his lawyers to analyze it, so preparations for the wedding will begin. This forced Bella's hand. She wanted to make Katie unstable in her pregnancy, but resorted not to make her lose the baby. Now her plan was to keep Kitty insecure, so that she would have to consult the father of the child, who would now emerge, which was now very much unknown to them. Katie now had a blackmailer. She was getting calls from an unknown number which couldn't be tracked. The person told her that they know of her plans to dupe and marry Mario for his money, and that the child she is carrying is not Mario's child, and they know who the father of the child is. To force her hand, they said she should bring 30 million or they would expose her to Mario. She kept on getting these calls and was very scared, but paid less attention to them since she wasn't responding to their demand. They sent pictures via mail to Mario and informed her about it, making her so scared. She rushed to Mario's room to find photos of Katie and Mario on his bed with an inscription that read, "Happy married life. Are you happy?" They then forwarded pictures of Katie and a mysterious man. Mario wondered who it was, but Katie denied ever knowing the person. Now Katie knew they were not bluffing. When next the blackmailer called, she said she would bring the money, and the blackmailer insisted that she came with the real father of her child. So she went to meet the man who was the father of her child, and told him about how they were in trouble.